How's everybody doing? Just a couple minutes late. I attempted to get a couple other social channels set up. I still don't have enough people on my TikToks to go live, it looks like. So definitely need some TikTok followers. Nico Crypto Guillermo. I think I have a couple TikToks, so I'm gonna work on that. But I'm now streaming live and doing some AI automations. I actually have some awesome softwares for AI automation, and I'm here to help others get involved with that to learn how they can benefit from AI to help small businesses, to help themselves, importantly, to promote cryptocurrency onboarding, Bitcoin adoption, and decentralized finance. I just saw a post recently. It was Bitcoin Voter Project talking about how maybe one of the single most important humanitarian efforts in the world is to onboard people into Bitcoin. And that makes sense because fiat currency is destroying lives as we save in banks and they give us a measly amount of interest to profit from nothing in comparison to the inflation. In fact, it's a loss. It's a net loss when you hold money in a bank. It should be a crime. So we're here to educate the masses about Bitcoin, DeFi, Bitcoin Fi, all the decentralized finance applications and tools from Ethereum and every other top cryptocurrency chain. Solana, Caspa is up and coming. Hashgraph has some great innovations, although we really like decentralized projects. We'll be focusing on internet computer and on SONIC blockchain, this new decentralized autonomous graph. There's so many amazing cryptocurrencies to get into, and to learn how to navigate these blockchains is a skill. I am setting up bounties. We're going to be setting this up in time as we grow our network for $100, $250, $500, $1,000, and potentially more for people that are going to be dedicated to researching new blockchains and finding stablecoin pools that we can rely on without impermanent loss for the bear market, as well as just to capture gains during the bull market. Everyone tries to time the top, but it's very rare to actually get it right. What we can do is guarantee ourselves profit during the bear market with stablecoin pools. I did this since Bitcoin was about 56,000, the last bull market, and I rode it all the way to January of 2022, getting stablecoin passive income with APY at some as much as 300% APY temporarily, 200, 100%, a lot of it in that 100% range, 70%, 50% APY, and I have a great spread across multiple platforms to have a portfolio that is generating interest that's diverse enough for protection. Sometimes they run out of liquidity. There's not I actually didn't suffer from a direct rug pull. I did suffer from a depegging of a stablecoin at one time, which makes me very interested in working with trading bots that could actually manage these stablecoin farms for us, and it would be a future innovation. But for now, we're building a proprietary solution I don't see anybody else talking about, because generally when you get into cryptos, they want to focus on just their blockchain, promote just their token. What we're doing is teaching a way for people to navigate the entire crypto space, collect interest from every single blockchain you can get behind, and even pool it into our platform, because we're creating a strong utility program. If you're following this channel, and I hope you are, you may realize that I'm not giving up just because the dev rug pulled. I'm in the process of getting a new round of capital funding to sue this guy with a major company out of Israel that will deliver subpoenas and make him soil himself when he realizes that he messed with the wrong person. And I'm very confident we'll be able to get our 90,000 back that I put into it. It's really my money. Most of the money that was rugged was my own. There's a few people that lost some tokens. They're waiting on receiving them back. I am distributing it back. We have a great community. I just haven't done it yet because I'm working on getting the ball in motion that we start doing some promotions. Then if they want to sell, once the token's verified and I'm doing promotions, fine. I'll give people the refund then, but not right now, only because I have so much going on to get us back to where we are. There's only a handful of people that are loss of tokens that were in the smart contract, and they're standing by. It's cool. It's not like we can really do anything with it anyway. And if they sell right now with the tokens I give them back, they'd still be at a loss. So they might as well wait. And they seem to be very loyal. I only lost 10 members of the 72 members of holders that joined. It's because most people weren't staking, and maybe smartly so. We did not have a audit, but next time I know a great company. I've checked out a few companies. It looks like about 10 grand is the average price to get a professional audit on a blockchain project. And we will certainly do that, but we're building in stages. And right now, what I've done to save the community is build something called the Yin Yang DAO. And this is based on my own personal just branding, my personality, because I studied martial arts my whole life. I'm the highest ranking lineage holder under a great grandmaster who's been teaching people for over 60 years. Did help coach one of the world's top Lei Tai champions, Pat Brady. And this guy won like 6 champions, just world renowned champion. No one else was doing that, going to these world Lei Tai competitions and winning. But what's most impressive to me is that I'm the one who made it all the way through the ranks, higher than anyone else in his 60 years, and qualified to the 4th degree SASH before anybody else. There's one other student that is now at the 4th degree, and I wish him luck. He's not very social. He's not very communicative, not really like a family member to train with, unfortunately. I don't know what his problem is. I don't see him as being a leader because of his psychology. So I see myself as being the next lineage holder of Kwok family system. I got all the best material from Dr. Torres before we had a disappointing separation. Really, he really let me down. But I am that warrior trained in the martial arts and trained in perseverance, trained in never giving up on good ideas, and the concept of recognizing I'm capable of doing all things I put my mind to. So I have developed ideas, and it was that I thought I might need a couple $100, $300,000, excuse me, in potential business funding to launch a big game-changing project called the Economic Lift, which was based off an old coupon fundraising program. But then I realized I could build smart contracts myself, and lightning went off in my mind when I realized I can do this. I don't need huge amounts of costs for developers for this stage in the program. And yeah, there are going to be other stages, but now with AI tools, there's so much that can be built without developers. But I am looking to, learn code as well. It's in the works. Right now, I'm doubling down on AI and automations. So, for example, this video I'm making right now may be the next video that I splice into 20, 30, 50 reels that I then automatically send out on like over a dozen social media platforms with 2 different softwares I'm using for automation. And I will be sharing these ideas with my community as it works. Right now, I'm still working on getting a followership, still working on learning about the true methods for marketing in AI to gather leads and pitch them on my services. But if you're watching this now, and I know some people are, because I could see the numbers, I ask you, what's keeping you from joining my program when I'm giving out free information initially to show you how valuable the paid information is going to be to you? The free information destroys all the bank's narratives that you can have complete control over your money with no holidays, no bank holidays. You can get better interest than the bank ever provides on stable coins. I'm currently giving away a yield farm that has 11 to 16% APY now. Last night I was doing research on this because I have my own method. I'm going to teach the members who move up the ranks and invest how to do the research so they can partner with me in tackling their own favorite blockchains and finding the best farms. I found a farm with a nice 22% APY, stable coins, 2 stable coins you pull in liquidity pairs, and every time people trade between them, you get paid. And it's this thing that's 22% standard is what the mathematical average is, with like millions of dollars, all right, in liquidity already. And they're giving you their platform's token as a reward that they hope you hold and stake long. But we have a system where we're not married to any project. We can take that, we can compound it into more stable coins. You could buy the volatile assets as well. My strategy is a little more conservative. Being in crypto since 2015, I like to have a nice pool of stable coins that I'm generating passive income off of, and the volatile coins, so that there's a balance. I can buy dips, I can trade between them, but most importantly, I'm capturing these stable coins, because as the stablecoin pools grow across multiple blockchains, eventually it gets to a point where you get so much yield you can live off of them completely. And I was doing this from the 2019 bull market and all the way into 2020 throughout the COVID. I was living off of the passive income from my yield farming completely, and it changed my life. During that time, I was doubling down and studying blockchain, studying decentralized finance, and how to find these top farms and tokens. And I have a strategy. All you need is one solid token every bull market, that 50x, 100x's, to really change your life. And I think I have some of those tokens now. I'm giving that alpha out to members of the community that advance themselves to invest in the project. I'm not asking for much. There's a very minimum investment to get started, and it opens up a referral program where you can also get involved in bringing people into our DeFi education platform. So I am going to be working on some videos. I was starting to do this last night. I had too many windows open. My older computer was freezing up a little bit. That's the only one my ledger works on. I can do the videos, but I just have to be careful not to have too many windows open, just to focus on one task at a time. The current computer I'm streaming from is great. It's fast, but it's one of these new Mac studios, and everything is app-based. It doesn't let you use the Ledger wallet the old-fashioned way with a normal browser. And I had to get a new type of wallet even to work with this computer that's a Bluetooth-based Ledger. And I just really haven't even started using it. It has a QR code scanning system. Didn't seem like it let me connect with dApps right away, but I'm pretty sure I can figure it out. Right now, my study is on the AI and automations. And I just enrolled in a program. I'm looking at a second one to fully automate everything. I actually have a handful of these. I haven't learned all of them, but I'm stockpiling AI tools just like cryptos for long-term benefit of my marketing, so that I can also help my community. One of the most amazing innovations in the network marketing space is not just my program, which is the first referral program that backs two utility projects, because all the others just back the founders and the downline or upline, and they don't actually back real world solutions like what I'm doing. So Yin Yang DAO is unique for that purpose. And if you check the comments of my other videos, when this is done publishing on YouTube, I'll add the hyperlinks. You'll see in the other YouTubes at my YouTube channel, Liberty Economy, that I have hyperlinks to get started at even 11% now to 16% APY with a free link. But see, when people join, they might not really understand how to navigate it. That's why you want to pay the fee, get into our community, ask questions, and that's when I'm going to help you. The payment process, if people are confused with that, I seek to do my best walking people through it. I'm about to make some new explainer videos powered by AI that are going to document and take notes, which should help both having it on paper and in video. So I'm working on that. But I will help people one-on-one initially as we get started. And then I'm going to expect those people that learn to also help others that they refer as well, because crypto onboarding is a big deal. And we're making a system where you can profit from onboarding people into Bitcoin and decentralized finance in general, start getting some massive yield on stable coins, and get some volatile coins from that yield, or just invest with the risk, recognizing we are going into the bull market. Trump created the crypto reserve. A state like Texas just created, hopefully my home state, Arizona, passes a bill for a crypto reserve here as well. It looks like they had some momentum there. States all over are doing this thanks to a guy named Dennis Porter, who's really led the way lobbying. I'm in connection with him. But he also agreed the idea of ballot initiatives is a solution. That's one of the utility projects we have, which is to take over the entire ballot initiative industry, which is decentralized government. Essentially, we get to create our own laws. The Constitution already guarantees that we have this right. If we want to propose something like blockchain-backed paper ballots to end the voter fraud issues, or a Bitcoin reserve and cryptocurrency reserve, to protect crypto startups, we can create a crypto constitution. We can also solve a lot of the social issues and economic issues that affect us, like holding police accountable with ending police immunity. We can lower taxes on property. I'd like to see an abolition of property taxes for everyone over 65. Ultimately, ending all property taxes would be a great idea. But we are in a fiat system right now, and it's difficult to just game theory what would happen if we ended all fiat and stimulation in the economy. It would be very challenging to a lot of people and government projects. But the Economic Lift program solves that as well. Economic Lift is a program where when we shop at locally owned businesses, we can send a donation to a favorite charity, cause, or fundraiser that we want. If we wanted an anarchist society to use this and it was to fund fixing a pothole or the fire department, we could do that. And so the innovations I'm creating are for both decentralized government and for economic localization, unlike ever before. The AI and automation is to bring on businesses into the economic localization and give you, the entrepreneur, a tool to develop passive income from every single purchase that goes through that business. That can happen from new customers. It can happen from the charities, schools, and fundraisers that need funding now. Because the way it works is very simple, that we teach how to build smart contracts. When you get a business that wants to enroll, you can build the smart contract to earn a commission directly to your wallet in real time every single time someone shops, paying that smart contract any crypto on that particular blockchain. The blockchain we're going to be focusing on is SONIC because it's DAG, it's EVM compatible, it's easy to use, it's the fastest blockchain, fastest settlement out there. They have a massive airdrop going on right now to earn free crypto if you play around with their platforms and earn points. And so I'm here to onboard you into that program. You can see the Telegram link on the other prior videos. And I've been posting it all day on Facebook. On x.com, I posted, but I'm a little wary because they can hit me for spam. But it's on YouTube. And the goal is that you just open up Telegram, you join with the link, and very easily you see the onboarding steps. You send some Solana to the wallet address, and there you have it. It opens up tools. It opens up referral links for you. You can even embed your own referral links when you refer others, so you can get commissions on top of your direct commission, which is 50%, but from the crypto app and from this Orbiter bridge to bridge between blockchains, because we will be teaching a lot of bridging and multiple blockchains we will be using. You can get a commission from the stablecoin mining, which is perfect. I'm working to bring this to nonprofit organizations, business owners, people in the community to initiate their stablecoin journey and get a commission by sharing it with them, which is amazing. None of the other stablecoin farms do this that I know of yet, but I'm researching and I will be finding more. We want to piggyback every single referral program possible so that the entrepreneurs with us can earn commissions from other companies offering. Because we help with the onboarding, they commission us back. So I encourage you to be a part of this. I'm diving into AI. You can see the automations. My TikTok is getting tons of views, tons of new videos automatically. I know I'm going to reach that threshold to do lives there soon. My Facebook pages, my X account gets automations, my LinkedIn, and a host of social media. And by doing this, I'm setting the stream out there to get the media that's going to end up being a great result long term. I'm going to keep these automations going. It's self-funded right now, but the funding can also come in through these referral programs. We have Yin Yang DAO. We also have the very exciting Web3 SONIC. And I'm about to start learning their all-in-one marketing tool you get, I believe, with just the third tier in the SONIC investments. But I actually went up to tier 5 and I got it. And it's a program that Dev does not want me to tell people out the door. But if you join to level 3, you get access, I understand. And what it is doing is allowing you to have a type of all-in-one marketing suite as well. And then you can begin marketing this Yin Yang DAO and Web3 SONIC together because they really work hand in hand. The Economic Lift program that's currently fundraising into the Solana blockchain is going to be bridged over to SONIC. I'm planning on creating the launch of that token in their launchpad very soon. It will be very low market cap. So if you're following, I want you to follow so you can be in there early. And it's going to be exciting because we're going to be starting a blog. I have thousands of blogs yet to be released on mostly on Ballot AI, but we can start creating a lot of blogs on the Economic Lift program because economic localization is a trend that's time is now. People realize The schools are out of funds. So many nonprofits are struggling in this down economy. People's money is tighter. And unless we empower people with new financial instruments that are better than the banks, new financial instruments that can really return a profit, and understanding crypto in general and Bitcoin, people are going to fall behind. People need AI in their life. So I'm working to help all of the best nonprofits and all of the best business owners in the community that are locally owned to manage these AI tools themselves or pay me a recurring commission to manage them. And I want to empower you, the entrepreneur, with the same opportunities. So I've been doing a lot of research into AI. I have a lot of great tools. As soon as you join Yin Yang DAO from the very first introductory level called level 0, before you do any referrals, right out the gate, you get a spreadsheet with some top AI for automations that you can pay for to begin your journey in marketing. And upon doing so with consistent efforts, there's no doubt in my mind that we will be successful, because it's going to be a buzz in the air. And if we're the ones constantly hammering social media that we can onboard you into crypto, we can give you stable coin farms, just capture gains without risk that are better than any other bank investments, better than like tax liens I learned about in real estate. In fact, 22% APY, you don't get that from tax liens. And I now have a farm for people at level 3, or actually it's level 2, isn't it, that get these nice stablecoin farms. So it's level 2's 20%. Well, level 1's like 10%. I'm actually giving away 11 to 16% right away in level 0. So level 1 is also going to be more farms. Level 2's 20%, 3 30%, 4 40, 5 50. You get the picture. Over 70%, we're going to give farms away that can have 80, 90, 100% and more. And it's life-changing, especially during the bear market. We're preparing for that now. We're preparing to capture gains on all these top altcoins we're getting into, because everything is going to pump very soon. The timing is now. It's after the halving. It's only a matter of time before we see a Godwick candle. And from there, everyone's going to say, oh, I wish I got in early. And then they'll be clamoring to join. So yeah, this is cool. I'm getting notifications, people checking out my socials. I see we have some live streamers. I hope you join me and are a part of this. We have another live tomorrow earlier at 11 a.m. With a partner out of Nigeria that really wants to see these projects grow in his home country. And we're so excited to partner, and looking forward to bringing this to Africa, really all of the continents. But we'll have a meeting at 11, followed by my regular meeting at 12, Monday through Friday. And other times of the day, I'm studying AI and I'm deploying and I'm learning and I'm building business. So if you want to be a part of these opportunities, let me know. Another major advantage that I have is insight, because of my network, into the 0% interest business credit funding. Everyone with a social security number in the US is guaranteed the right to get $100,000, $150,000 and more in 0% interest credit, just because you're a US citizen and you have access to our banking system. 0% interest is tremendous for investments like Bitcoin at this time, crypto investments, AI investments, business investments, like when I'm building with Economic Lift. And I'm looking for real partners, especially with my LinkedIn professionals, people that really want to take life seriously and grow a local business network that can earn them passive income for life, just like the credit cards used to do. And they do today. But now we're going to onboard people into the crypto space to earn passive income from crypto and our networking, so that we can just take over the merchant services industry. We have a better marketing plan than any other marketing, with the AI at the rock bottom prices and the consistent customer loyalty marketing that comes with having a free fundraising program such as Economic Lift. And nothing compares to that. This will just drive traffic to local businesses from every parent that wants to help their schools, every fundraiser and nonprofit in your whole community. And if you initiate that, I am very confident you're going to be a millionaire in a number of years or within the first year. This is going to be a game-changing year for me, 2025. It may be June, but the second half of this year is going to be incredible, because I'm just now starting to harness the power of the AI and automations. When I can bring this to the businesses and nonprofits, it's going to change everything for them. So I'm very confident. I love face-to-face interactions. And I'm going to be doing that kind of outreach, but I'm also going to be managing the automations behind the computer where I never have to lift a finger or even talk to anyone in person, because the robots will do all the work. And I'm teaming up with a top Shark Tank advisor who's providing some AI tools that will be very convincing for people to go ahead and purchase our services. I'm also teaming up with a Arizona-based AI marketing platform that does all these automation and bot creations. And it's going to just be tremendous partnering with all these organizations that already have working softwares that we can deliver. So there's a lot of flexibility and offers, a lot of opportunity here. Don't want you to miss out. If you join Yin Yang DAO, you'll be making the best decision in your financial life, because all of my crypto insight from the years and everything moving forward is going to be available for all this community for life. There's no ongoing fees. The most you could do is upgrade your initial investment, which also gives you more potential to earn from your referrals, because you're capped at 5% of what your max investment is for all of your downline. You get 5% down multiple levels of referrals that can compound and create an incredible passive income, even with a small 5% commission, because it's multiple levels of referrals. So as 3 people tell 3 people and they tell 3 more, and this process continues, by the time you get to the 7th level, you're over 2,000 people. If you do the math, even a little 5% on a small minimal investment, which is 0.05 Solana, that's like $8 today. It ends up being a lot of money. You can turn 0.5 Solana into 5 Solana into 50 Solana into 500 Solana based on the math. So check out what we're doing. We also have Yin Yang Smart Contract on Telegram just for the general group. That's open to everybody, but you have to pay your way in to get into the levels. And for that referral, you can join under me. I'm the one making this media. So just check me out, hit me up with an inbox message. X.com is one of my favorite places for you to reach out to me with the profile Liberty Economy. I'm also doing live from my other X profile, Petitioner Meme. This token got rugged, but we're going to bring it back. It is an essential component to the Ballot AI project. It is the meme coin that's going to get all the airdrops from all of the policy tokens that we launch. We discuss in the white paper. So you need to check that out, because we have an amazing ecosystem we already had developed before the rug scammed us, but he's going to get sued once I get this next round of funding. We're going to get all of our money back. I'm quite confident. He cannot hide. We did business on Fiverr. He also sent me money on PayPal. We know he sent money to MEXC Exchange. We can subpoena all of that information. And I'm going to get that money back. And what we win is going into locked liquidity, these projects. So getting in early could be a nice benefit for you. And I don't care when people sell out their tokens after I invest my hard-earned money into it, because our utility is so game-changing. This is going to be multi-billion-dollar capitalization, market cap, because we're able to tackle the entire petition industry and decentralize it and disrupt this multi-billion-dollar industry with AI. You have to read the Ballot AI white paper to read what that's about. I worked in this industry for 20 years. They will not be able to compete. I list out the competitors who are going to be hating on me so bad until they realize that they can also be in an early position to invest in the future of direct democracy and co-own shares of what is going to be the first petition industry with a stock ticker on New York Stock Exchange. That's what I'm working towards. We're going to get the C Corp. We're going to get the investors. I already have everything lined up to move that direction. I'm partnered with a multimillionaire who's helping me get funding right now, who already told me he loves the program because he was involved in politics, part of the Republican Party. We want less government, less taxes, and we want a fair, freer world without coercion and fraud. And we see so much. If you ever listened to Thomas Sowell, you would realize that there's a whole historical analysis of all these leftist policies that destroy every country they touch. And if you were a business owner, you would realize this is the case. You would not be a poor commie socialist begging for government handouts if you knew that you could already get $150,000 plus from the banks right now to start your own business. And you should know that, but the public schools let you down because they are mainly run by Democrats, okay? I would love to see Republicans take over the public schools, bring personal finance to those classes, but they are failing, and there's nothing we can really do to try to bail that institution out. My mom was a school teacher for years. I knew it was just so flawed and failed. They said, Christopher Columbus discovered America when we know that's not true. There were Vikings here prior. There were Native Americans here. There was Africans that traveled here. They don't teach any of the other history. The school systems are such a fraud. And so real education is going to come from people using AI nowadays. And we even have an education-based platform we're going to launch, part of the United Petitioners program with Ballot AI technology. And this is for an e-democracy software that will also be a component of education, where we have a reward system for debate. So if you want to debate politics, bring it to the e-democracy. We'll debate politics, and the winners will get commissioned in profits. Everyone will have to put in money betting on the best winning ideas to create policy, which will go towards ballot AI so we can get them on the ballot and let the people decide. We do not need government to rely on passing laws to protect us from government. In fact, it's a conflict of interest in general. It makes a lot more sense to follow the guidelines of the founding fathers that I believe I follow far more than anyone in the Republican or Democratic parties in general, because they're party oriented. And what we need is policy orientation around policies that are common sense that all people can agree with if they get into the debate and dialogue. Because when you vote on a hierarchical system, you hope someone else is going to do everything for you. That's not true representation. That's someone else representing you who's not even in connection with you at all. Real representation would be with direct democracy. And that's more democratic than anything the Democratic Party will ever offer. It's more constitutional than anything the Republican Party will ever offer when it's used to limit government specifically. It could be considered a double-edged sword that socialists and commies want to use to initiate taxes, but it can also be used to limit government. If we preempt their ability to preempt us and file our own ballots to limit government and bring those arguments to the ballot guide, and have thorough debate, especially when we have the blockchain debate platform that I want to build, the e-democracy of the future, the initiative quorum. We transform e-democracy into absolute initiatives we can file in our states, and then we can put them on the ballot with ease, because we have a system. My 20 years plus experience in the ballot initiative industry will show you that we have a solution for the end game to stop corruption in politics for good, where the people are in charge. We, the people, deciding is a lot more constitutional and foundational to a constitutional republic than anything the Democratic Party or the Republican Party is currently offering, because they're not here to empower you. They want you to vote for them, where they will then offer to fix things at the next legislative session. When in reality, instead of waiting for these elections and hoping we get better candidates that they do their job, we could flood the ballot with every single change to government that we know we need now to undo unconstitutional provisions from the federal government and limit them under the states' rights of the 10th Amendment that we were supposed to do. The First Amendment guarantees the right to petition, and people don't even know what that means. It's not just like an arbitrary piece of paper that's begging the politicians like every anarchist tries to claim. They don't know what they're talking about. It's a real political sciences, in fact, that allows us to change laws. Do you understand? We can change the laws through a popular vote. And as long as we have an educated populace, we have a chance for that winning. And if it fails, that's our fault for not doing the outreach and educating them, providing the best arguments into the ballot guide. It's up to us, the people, to have the debate and dialogue and connect with our community and invite them to be part of the future of direct democracy with us, for these direct initiatives to limit government, for referendum to block every bad law they try to push, for recalls to remove the corrupt politicians out of office. And in 6 states, we have the right to citizen grand jury, which hadn't been used since the Oklahoma City bombing. They wanted to investigate this fishy bombing incident. There's so many red herrings, so many challenges to the official narrative that did not make sense. They were unfortunately a failure at that time, but it doesn't mean the whole citizen grand jury process needs to be thrown out. In fact, we need to use it to investigate 9/11. We need to use it to investigate Fauci and Bill Gates, corruption, and these forced vaccines. I hope my YouTube channel is not banned from saying things like this, but this is the case. We need other free speech platforms and for our community to join us. I may have to join Rumble and other platforms. I should be uploading these videos there, but I'm just getting the ball rolling within the limited time I have. Once I have the best infrastructure and structure, I'll be getting onto a host of other platforms as well. And we will create a system that cannot shut down. We'll be broadcasting on the blockchain. There's a bunch of blockchain social media platforms. And we're going to be doing everything in crypto to maximize our potential gains this bull market and bear market. I would love you to be part of this. Decentralization of currency is very similar to decentralization of our financial system and our decentralization of our government. That's what I mean to say. Decentralized currency and decentralized government go hand in hand. Direct democracy to empower the cryptocurrency community, cryptocurrency to empower the direct democracy community for limited government are a symbiosis that has meant to be. And I'm here to initiate that trend and bring on people that will be part of the future of our world to end corruption through the popular vote, through a mass uprising of educated voters. We saw conservatives are the majority now in the last election. So there's nothing to be afraid of initiating direct democracy to limit government. In fact, we should be more afraid if we don't, because the Democrats seeking to replace us and get their commies in office next election to initiate higher taxes and corrupt social programs that destroy our youth, corrupt education platforms and ideas. They are seeking to push their agenda further without an understanding of history. And that's the crisis we have, is uneducated people trying to lead this country. It really boils down to whether they have reviewed Thomas Sowell's arguments or not. That's the way I see it. And he's just one influencer, but there's a lot of conservative arguments out there that are valid. And I do agree with some ideas that liberals can offer. I'm not throwing all liberal-minded people under the bus. I mean, I love animals. I love nature. I love, humanity. And it would be great to have an immigration solution that isn't predicated off of the welfare state, that can allow people from other countries to join our nation and work hard and grow our country's benefit. But the current immigration system is broken, and they're letting in a lot of corrupt people that just got out of prison for all kinds of crimes. They're walking right in, they're smuggling drugs. You cannot deny that. With this fentanyl crisis, with all these homeless people walking around like zombies that we've never seen before because of these drugs brought over the border. We have to recognize the Democrats are broken, and the only way to help them is through education and compassion. And we hope that through social means of activism and outreach, we can have a social, political, and financial evolution. Our project seems to have the only comprehensive solution to bring all that forward, with solution-oriented media. I'm talking about financial solutions. Get your business funding on, get your credit going. I can help you with that. Talk about crypto solutions. Move your money out of the banks to get better interest. We're talking about social media solutions to do outreach and education with AI marketing and automation. Solutions for all the corrupt politics with ballot initiatives. Okay. Solutions for even the spiritual components that create the human drive to improve ourselves, which I can teach through Qigong, meditation, Kung Fu, which I am bringing to my community. As they grow and evolve this project, and I have more time, there's going to be more education. I plan to bring free Kung Fu training, martial arts to help your whole entire life, not stuff that you just learn for a temporary while to fascinate yourself on how to hurt someone if you're in self-defense. You can learn that too, but it's the importance of learning to have a discipline that you can have for the end of your years, all the way to 80, 90, 100 years old plus. With all the longevity sciences, I'm all about it. Tai Chi Chuan is not just for old people to stay moving and flexible. There's actually martial Tai Chi that I teach, Guang Ping Tai Chi. But it's the most healthy to elevate your qi through qigong for your breath. There's so many studies on how this helps longevity, how this helps your mind, physical self. You also have Xingyi Chuan and Bagua Zhang, other practical martial arts that take Tai Chi and elevate it with speed and different types of movement. You also have Shaolin Chuan, the world's oldest documented martial art that we can teach. There's also the Indian martial art Klariapachu. I do withdraw some sciences from that. The Zen monk from India brought his style to the Shaolin temple and helped them adopt it for their own self-defense and created Shaolin. That's also something I teach with the 4 cardinal weapons. Just a great lifestyle, something to keep you healthy for the end of your years and for your whole life. And I want our community to benefit from this. We had our own guys being attacked in Nigeria with mobs, with gangs. There's so much violence there. So it's another reason why I'm so passionate about this. Because when I have people that are backing my ideas, when they're reaching out to me from Nigeria, a company that has a military rule right now, military police state, and they're telling me that they have So much corruption in the government, and they've studied some political sciences. They had a professor out there writing about direct democracy that has influenced them. And when they see me bringing this, that they know they need a direct democracy movement in Nigeria, I feel so honored and blessed to be the leader, to help a small group of people in Nigeria begin to spread the word, to use the tactics, the strategies that I'll teach with Yin Yang Dao, to learn proper fundraising and organizing techniques that I trained people here in the US for years. I did 3 years training people in door-to-door fundraising. Knocking on strangers' doors, asking them for money is not easy. But I was one of the best at it, and they cross-trained me, flew me across the country to train other offices. And I want to bring those skills to the whole community, just like the business marketing. That will be a lot of face-to-face and using AI tools, so we can grow a network of people ready for the future of this world's evolution, direct democracy, where we decide on limiting government ourselves, where we educate people about history of economics. Just look at the economic model and how it's stealing from us every day with inflation. Every year, things get higher and higher in price, not just because they say corporations are greedy, trying to profit off us. These are ignorant people that don't understand inflation is caused by so much use of the Federal Reserve for social programs and corporate welfare too. Let's not forget. I'm much more of a libertarian. If anything, I would love to see libertarian ideals be promoted through ballot initiatives. But the Libertarian Party is not here to empower libertarians with ballot initiatives to put on the ballot so that they could vote on it. They have more than 5% of the population to even be a party, meaning that they have enough people to initiate any initiatives that they want, and yet they don't do it. The Green Party, as much as I care about the environment, I reach out to them. I talk to them. They say they have direct democracy of one of their tenets, of their 10 tenets that makes a Green Party, yet they never educate their community about how to use ballot initiatives in creating policy to save their rivers and streams, to save their air quality. And, I don't agree with a lot of Green Party policies now that I'm more awake and aware. I don't think carbon is the enemy. I think toxic pollution is the enemy. And RFK was the real environmental hero this year and is serving Trump and the administration to help children's health now, talking about the glyphosate, talking about the geoengineering, things that you don't hear from anyone else. Real toxic waste in our environment is a concern, not CO2. CO2 feeds plants. So I hope that more Green Party people wake up. Like, I know David Icke was a Green Party people. Then he started talking about the lizards, reptoids running the planet. There may be some truth to that theory. It's funny to think about, but the way these elite act is so corrupt. Marxism is such an evil in the world. It's a psychological disease predicated off of ignorance and greed and envy, in fact. And it needs to be demolished. And I'm part of that movement to crush Marxism and to also save the republic with a direct democracy counterpart that helps make sure that a constitutional republic can stand without the interference of these radical Marxists on the left seeking to destroy it. And it could initiate a battle, but see, I'm the one working on creating the technology solutions and the education so that we can raise awareness about the solutions for direct democracy and policies to limit government, that in the very means of doing so, it's not going to help those trying to steal my ideas. I mean, they might actually benefit from learning and then realize that they're not Marxists in the end, which is what I hope, because they dream of having a direct democracy takeover. Commies dream of a majority of people using direct democracy to destroy the constitutional republic in their own version of like constitutional communism, which isn't going to work. And I don't like any government that initiates its power by force. So I agree the libertarians are the most ethic-oriented platform because they predicate their ideas off of the non-aggression principle.
Hey, what's up, Nico?
Andrew, how's it going, my petitioner friend? How you been?
Hey, you have my number saved. That's cool. Yeah, we've been a couple times in Arizona.
Yep.
And then in Pennsylvania. How are you doing? What have you been up to?
I'm good, man. Did you get that stupid email from the company dropping the lawsuit?
No, man. Well, yeah, you have an idea why I was calling. I'm trying to join a lawsuit, and I There was one lawyer that somebody told me he joined the lawsuit with this lawyer. I emailed the lawyer guy, then he never. The lawyer never sent me the contract.
Okay, yeah, I got an email back, and I tried reaching out to. It was called EKSM, and they sent me an email saying that I'm still being represented, but they didn't give me the lawyers, the new law firm's contact. I sent him an email. I sent him a text yesterday. I got the email in the morning. So basically, America PAC, funded by Elon Musk, paid us, was offering to pay us $47 per signature. Some of us pros decided to take that initiative, fly across a country like myself. You did too, right? Isn't that how? Yeah. And we put on all that money only to get shafted in the end and not get paid properly. And Elon doesn't respond to us when I tag him on X. Man, yeah, I know. I got some money out of it. Right. I know, man. I know. Some people are not getting anything. It's devastating.
I didn't go as balls deep into it as you, but they owe me probably at least 30, maybe 40,000.
Yeah.
I only got $1,400, and they didn't even send me a W-9 tax form.
You know what? I'm gonna tell them it's a tip and it's untaxable if the IRS tries to come off of it, because I got I would have had like $500,000 probably. You know, my friend and I had help because he wasn't a resident, so I was offering to pay him. I gave him some money later as my sub. We handed out like 30,000 flyers at every Trump event when the lines started to move. After we got there first in the morning at 6 a.m., we had to have had like 300 to 400. Understand, we had like 300 to 400 people per day manually doing it, looking over their shoulder, doing 3-4 people at a time, making sure my phone number was in the referral. Okay. That's 300 to 400 a day at 6 rallies. I did a gun show. I did a couple farmers markets. I got a ton of people, 6 rallies that were all day rallies that I probably even got 500, 600. I mean, it's kind of hard to tell, but then to know that we handed out 30,000 flyers that had the QR code, that had the website on it, that had directions. And to think that like every single person would have done that, 9 out of 10 people would have done that, knowing if they just went to the website, they would have seen you could get $100 when they were in Pennsylvania. You could get $47 in the other states we did. I should have been looking at $250,000, $500,000, because you do the math at $47 a signature. I should have been paid. And that's a travesty that I helped Trump. I helped Elon Musk. And he's not even making sure that the company is paying us responsibly. And they are such a fraud. And dude, I want to sue them personally, but I don't know the law firm that's handling it. I also don't have the money to just pay for a lawyer right now. I'm holding everything is in crypto right now. I'm waiting for that to blow up. And I'm not just trying, Bitcoin's about to blow up. So I'm not trying to wait and spend $10,000 on a lawyer. It's at 105,000.
Yeah, I sold a few couple months ago at 100, and it's just been going back and forth. I don't know. Crypto's not for me, man. It makes me too nervous. I bought
Bro,
that Trump coin.
No, well, that might be okay, but I heard it. Yeah, crypto saved my life, bro. Crypto saved me during COVID. I've been in it since 2015. I've learned so much about blockchain right now that I'm teaching courses. I'm offering people insights. I have right now, look at this idea. Right out the gate for $0, I'm hooking people up with alpha to move their money out of the bank in stable coins that have no impermanent loss. They're stable and locked to the dollar. Okay. And you can get 11 to 16% right now on your stable coins per year. That's APY. Right out the gate with no investment. I'm not even charging people for it because thankfully I found a referral link. A company's offering me money on the back end just to refer people. I get 10%. And that's coming out of their token for their ecosystem. Okay. Doesn't cost you anything. You can move safely 100, 200, 300, whatever you want to test it. You can test with $10. And you get better interest than any bank will ever pay you. And I'm showing people this with at least 2 different farms. And the other one pays 5% APY. And you qualify for an airdrop that itself could reward you $100 or $1,000 plus, depending on how much activity you have on this new blockchain launching called SONIC blockchain. I'm sharing on my Facebook. I'm sharing ways to earn crypto, and I'm getting into AI marketing. So that's the big business, bro. I'm going to be helping petition companies. I'm going to be helping proponents, nonprofits, business owners, and I'm really pivoting out of the petition industry because I'm done with traveling to make money. I really want to work from home and have better business opportunities. But I want to ask you, did you ever take a look at what I was talking about building with my Ballot AI project?
No, I don't know. The last thing I know you made an app for helping petitioners find spots.
Yeah, and it was working, but I didn't have any buyers when I was trying to do it. Everyone was cheap. They're like, I only got $10, bro. And I was like, dude, it costs more than that. All I needed was 8 people to pay me $10 a month, and I would have covered all the costs, but I just dropped it. I still have the code, and I can launch it again next year, and I'm going to be improving it. But that's part of the idea. The big idea, my friend. How long have you worked in petitions, first of all?
5 years.
5 years. Have you ever been scammed other than Elon Musk? Okay. I figured out a proprietary system back 20.
Scammed in LA.
You did?
Pretty sure. Yeah. The last one. I worked it because there was no jobs going on. You know, the LA City petition.
Yeah. Was it this current one, the airport referendum, or which one?
Yeah, the airport.
Oh, really? What's the coordinator? Do they owe you money and they're not paying? Because they're still in the middle of the drive, I heard.
It's ending
next week.
The last day. I
Yeah.
quit a couple days ago. It's
Oh, what do you mean you got scammed? Are you sure you're just not waiting for the final paycheck after they check duplicates and
I
stuff?
got scammed, and I think I'm pretty sure the validity is a little bit.
Validity sucks in LA.
The validity does suck, but I feel like they took extra out on me. That's all I'm.
It happens. So I'll hook you up. Like, I'm going to make some ads, and I actually made some. I haven't started promoting for the Facebook groups because I want to show people that if you want to be a highly paid sub coordinator where you get a bonus on top of your pay, you get to see a full audit of every single signature that's validated. I'll manage the validity. And I had this set up in 2016. And if you check my Facebook group, I have 5-star reviews. There is not one other petition company that has a Facebook page that's taking reviews because they don't run their system like I do with 100% transparency. I modeled my idea off of the blockchain and created a decentralized ledger. And by doing so, I am able to have you upload your photos of your petitions the night after you work. The validity is done by the next morning because I have a friend who's a night owl who does the validity from me. He was well trained under a woman who did validity for 15 years, okay? Her boyfriend. He works for me, does the validity overnight. So the next morning, the validity is done. And what I have it set up for is that when you see your validation every single day, you know which stores you're working at, you get the best validity and how well you do. So it improves performance at one. And the second benefit, the most important one to recognize you want to tell your friends about, is that I can pay you 100% on the spot. All the validity is done. Do you see how that works? There's no risk for error. And I provide this on a spreadsheet where every single signature is validated with a proof that shows if it's good or bad. Yeah, I've been coordinating for years, since 2012. I've been doing petitioning since 2005. So what I'm working to set up is to help petitioners become sub-coordinators, to build their own crews with none of the administrative headaches. You don't have to do any of the validity. You don't have to manage validity. All you have to do is recruit, do some light paperwork markups. You get a higher bonus on top of all your signatures, and you can get overrides from all your crew. Yeah, and I have a guy out of the Bay Area that will take the turn-ins and pay me to pay you same day, same way I do it, okay? So I want to set people up to work for me as subs where I don't even have to enter California. I will manage all the validity from home while I'm building my other businesses, and I'll just manage everything. So you can have your whole crew set up like this, and you can position yourself where you can then also pay people on the front, knowing that as soon as you turn into my guy Chris in the Bay Area, you get paid 100% in full as well, right on the spot. He doesn't delay. If there's any delays, it's only because like there's been things where he's paid out so much already and he can only do so much on Cash App, or he can only do so much on Zelly. So he pays me, but he pays me quickly. Like it's like 95% same day. I've only had a couple instances at the end of the campaign when they had like, $6 petitions where it was like, okay, we have to wait like a day. but it's paid in full in a day. It's not paid half and then you wait a week for half. It's paid in full because all the validity isn't done. I would love to get direct contracts, and I will be applying to do that. I'm working on getting everything set up, but at least as a sub, I have less obligation because I don't have to commit myself personally being there the whole season because I move around. When they're paying higher pay in Arizona, I'd rather be out here where I live.
Yeah, of course. But I would definitely hear me out. I would definitely work for you on direct contracts and stuff. I have no interest in working for Chris Brentlinger though. I feel like he's gotten down on me before.
Really? Why do you feel that way? Was he just hard to work with?
No, I didn't trust his payout a couple of times. I'm not saying it was like terribly off. It just didn't.
Well, the Bay Area is tough, man. All right. Well, I mean, you can have those issues with anyone, but I wouldn't think that's the reason because, like, the payout can be tough. And he's not like the Tom Zacks or some of the other coordinators where you're low on validity and then he cuts everything from you. He cuts you at like 60% because you only got 60%. He pays you by scrubbing up. So I like that.
The problem with Chris is that he's just hard to work with because here's the thing: he'll often underpay me on accident, mind you. And then I got to show him, dude, you forgot to purge my stuff up, and I'm standing in the parking lot by the BART station for an hour, doing math with him to get the check.
I do it differently. I have a different way to do it. I turn into him in Santa Cruz at his home. And I don't have to wait for people in general. I schedule my own setups because I'm a coordinator. So, like, the whole thing is like.
His house before too, honestly, but I don't know, man. He's probably not the guy for me for California.
Dang. Well, see, I do all the validity. If I do the validity, I talked to Carolyn briefly, but she wouldn't just like follow up with me to work with me. So that's her problem. You know, I like Chris because I've never been underpaid. If I had problems, he fixed it. I rarely had any problems. I can't even think of one time I had a problem right now. I'm trying to think of it.
That is true. He will fix it, but the average petitioner, I've had too many times where I've been underpaid and then I have to have him fix it. And the average petitioner doesn't know how to do math, so.
Shoot. Well, here's the idea to think about. If I had all the validity done right there on the spot, and you get all the validity reports, there's not going to be that issue. You'd actually get paid in full. So he's just more the carrier that I have manage and get the contracts because he does get a lot of good local contracts in the Bay Area as well. So that's why, he's just like an asset. Like he just does his job the best he can. He is a little frazzled. His wife is a little bit frazzled. I mean, I've seen them doing paperwork stacks like retarded. I tried to tell him about my system, but I couldn't get him because he's so old school, Like my idea is like using technology, and he's not like quite there yet,
Right, I got you. I've worked for a number of coordinators over the years. I'm familiar with most of them in California.
Well, damn, I need to go and apply for contracts like right now so I can get them direct. I just don't want to be locked in and have to be in California. That's my problem.
Yeah, what's going on in Arizona? Because some guy, I don't know if you know him, but Bruce.
I don't know.
There's going to be a million petitions there, and it never happened.
Nah, but what I do get is I get Republican contracts just to help the Republican Party, which I like. Really easy to do. Half the state's Republican anyway, so it's like, hey, sign to help stop Democrats. Every other person's like 100%.
I know, that's what I want to do too. Honestly,
and you can transcribe. So it's set up where all you need is a quick little squiggle of their signature, and all the other handwriting can be copied later. So you can move quickly and get a board. I'm the inventor of the long boards. And it was 2016. I created these boards from Home Depot where I had all of them layered like flaps, where they just sign, and then they put the address on the last one. And I saw these other guys heard about it, and they told their people. These dudes came in and they tried to put the whole petition on the long board. And it was stupid. They had these floppy boards that were like 10 feet long. And I was like, what the hell are you guys doing? That's not what I'm doing. My boards are like 3.5 feet, like they're compact, but it's really efficient. And I do get Republican contracts. There periodically will be petitions, but the petitions now are only hourly. You can still do really well with them. The cool thing is if you get your quota early, you could just milk the clock the rest of the time, but you're capped. You're capped at like 40 hours. That's the problem.
Kind of like my friends were doing in Florida.
Yeah. So there will be contracts. I would like to get them. I'm positioning myself to do that in time. And yeah, I will be positioning myself to do that. I mean, I certainly can invite the petitioners to show up and do it. I do a hell of a lot better. I have a better system. But yeah, I'm just kind of like, petitioning will always be in my life, but I'm not trying to chase petitions like I used to. Just working on some different career options that allow me to be at home. Oh, I have a meeting I have to go to at 1 right now. Bro, I gotta go. Gotta go. Sorry, we'll talk soon. If I find... All right. All right, thanks everyone. That was a meeting. So you can see I'm really in the petition industry talking to people. We'll follow up soon. I gotta go to this meeting about business finance. Cheers.